Hey guys, Kamal here from packetcode. So today we're going to create a full-size landing page for your website, and it's going to look something like this. So I already have some dummy content here, and this is the landing page. And this automatically gets resized depending on the screen that you're viewing it on. So let's say it's a phone or a mobile, or it's a laptop or a larger, wider screen. It automatically gets adjusted. So before getting started, I have a bonus tip for you at the end of this video, and that is going to add a bit of twist to this website, and it's going to make it look a lot better. So let's get it started. So before starting to code, let me give you a brief idea of what we have and what you're going to use. So I'm using the Visual Studio Code editor. It's your wish, you can use Atom or Sublime, but I prefer this. And I have a landing page folder open, and in that I have an index.html file and a style.css file. Okay, so first let's open the index and let's type the basic template for the HTML, and in Visual Studio Code we can do that using exclamation mark and tab. So that's going to generate the basic template. So let's change the title to be landing page. So before going further, let's first include the style sheet. So remember to use the comments a lot so that it's going to be easy for you in the future. So it's going to be link, and it's present as style.css. right now, in the body, let's first check if it's working or not. Let's type hi and save it, and I'm going to open this using live server. So if you want, you can further check on that later, but for now let's open that. So live server is something that is like a local server, and which automatically refreshes the page every time I save it here. Okay, so let's open with live server. Yeah, so we have it, we have the hi here, so it is working fine. Now let's remove this. So first, in the body we are going to create a division called as header. Inside that we are going to create another division called box. So why we created this box is something I'll explain later on, but for now let's create a give it as bake it. Okay, oh, let's bake it. Let's do this. Let's change the title to be as bake it as well. So it's gonna be a website for bakery stuff or something like that. Then paragraph, and let's give some dummy text of, let's say 10, not even 10, I think till here it's fine, right? Save it. So now let's add a button. So you can use a button, but I'm going to use a link. Okay, so it's gonna be read more. So let's check if it's working. Yeah, we have all those. Now the HTML part is done. So we already have a header, a box inside of that, a h1 tag, a paragraph, and a link, or a button more to say. Okay, so we are done with the HTML part. Now let's go to the CSS part. So before starting, let's first remove the margin for everything here. So it's going to be margin 0. So the star is going to indicate so that this property has to be applied for every element in the page. After that, let's give a font family as sans serif. Now let's go to the header. Yeah, before header, let's first remove the text decoration for the links as well. That is something that has to be removed first. And let's name the color, let's give the color as white. So #FFF is for white. Okay, now let's use the class header that we had used. Okay, so we have a header here, right? So let's use that header. So inside the header, let's first add the background image. So it's going to be background image, and I'm going to use the URL since we already have it inside our document. Actually, I don't think we have that image, right? So let's first add that. So this is the image that we are going to use. So it has already been edited. and you can actually get those files from the GitHub account. Okay, so I'll link all the files related to this video in the description below. You can directly go to the GitHub and you can directly download those files. Okay, so the cake has been included. Now let's add the height, 100 VH. So what is 100 VH? So VH is viewport height. So what it means is that we are going to divide this whole screen that we have, this whole display, into 100 slices horizontally. Okay, and 100 VH means that it's going to occupy all the 100 slices. If I give it as, let's say, 40 VH, then it's going to occupy till here. Let's say there's a whole screen, it's going to occupy till here. Let's say I give it as 90 VH, it's going to occupy till here. Okay, so 100 VH means that it's going to occupy the whole width of the screen. Okay, width and height. So irrespective of the device, it's going to occupy the whole screen. Okay, now let's add the background size. So background size is going to be cover. So cover means that this image will be stretched to the like edges of the screen. So it's going to be proportionate and it's going to be stretched till the end, and there's going to be only one image, so there's not going to be any repetition there. Okay, now let's add the background position. So background position is going to be center. So automatically when you resize the screen, the image will be centered once again. So this property is going to define that. Now let's add the color property. So this is going to be the color of the text. As I mentioned, #FFF is for white. Now let's use the box. So let's see what we have till here. Let's save it and open it. So we have the background image and we have the color of the text, but now we have to align this text at the center of the screen, right? So now to do that, we are going to, instead of taking that individual elements and aligning it, we're going to just take the whole box that we already have. We have a box, right? In that box we have all the content, so we are going to align that box at the center of the screen. So to do that, we are going to take the box, and next we are going to give it as height 100%. It's going to stretch from top to bottom. Next we are going to give it as display is going to be flex, and flex direction is going to be column. So I'm going to use flex in this video. If you don't know flex, it's not that difficult to learn. There are dozens of videos on YouTube. You can watch those and learn it. I haven't done a video till now on flex, but I'm planning to do it in the future. Okay, so next we are going to add justify content. So justify content is going to align the content vertically in the center. Then align content is going to align the content, not align content. We're going to use, let's just do it till here and see. So justify content is going to align the data from top to bottom at the center. Okay, now let's do the align items. Okay, and we're going to do it as center. That's going to align it horizontally at the center. Let's save it and see. We have it here. We are going to include the text center as well. It's going to be text align center. Why we are doing this is that sometimes when the screen is too small, the items will not be aligned properly, but if we use text align center, then the data will be aligned irrespective of the screen size. Now we are done. Most of it is done. So now let's just style the text that we have here. We have the bake it and the paragraph, right? So let's just style it a bit. So I'm going to give a font size for the heading as 5rem. So if you don't know, so if you have no idea what rem is just like a pixel. It's a unit of measurement in here. Okay, so that's like 1 rem is equal to 16 pixels. So 5rem is equal to 5 into 16 pixels. Just calculate that and that's the output you're going to get. Okay, now we are done with the heading. Now let's go for the link. So you can use a tag to do that. Okay, so if you want you can do that, but we already have a here, right? So let's do one thing. Let's give a class here and let's name it as read. Okay, so I'm named the link as read. So in the style, I'm going to take the read instead of a, so it's going to be read. And let's add the properties. So first it's going to be color. By default it's already white, so we don't need the color. Next we're going to give a margin. Okay, so it's going to be a bit separated, margin top 2 rem, then border 1 pixel solid white. Okay, next padding, and 1 rem. Okay, next we're going to give a text decoration. That's already been done, so we don't need that. So let's check. Yeah, we have it here. Yeah, I forgot to include the size property, so that's why it's not larger. Now it's fine, right? So we give it as a 5 rem. Okay, so at this point we're done. So now let's just add some dummy data here so that we can actually scroll it down. Okay, so I'm going to just copy that and paste it here. So below the header, I'm just going to place it here and save it. If you scroll down, we have all this, right? So right now I'm going to use Bootstrap, that is going to automatically style this thing. Okay, so if you don't know what Bootstrap is a JavaScript and CSS library that is going to improve your prototyping. Okay, so it's going to simplify things for you a bit. Okay, so I'm going to use that. This is not necessary for you to learn, it's just an extra thing to make it look more neat. Okay, so let's add the Bootstrap file and then I'm going to see you later. So I have added a bit of dummy data here, so it's going to look something like this. So this is essentially our landing page, and this is what the website is going to look later on. Okay, fine. Now for those of you who have bared with my blabbering till now, I have something good for you. So go to the CSS file, and in the header that we had created, add another property called background attachment. Okay, so it's going to be background attachment, and keep it as fixed. So what it's going to do is that when you save it and refresh, and when you scroll down, see that the image is not moving at all, right? The image is being fixed, whereas the other content present inside the body is moving. So it's going to add a bit of spice to this, right? So before it was something like this, so the whole page is going to move, but here when you undo this and save it, it's going to make it a bit more interesting to see, right? So that's it for today, guys. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do subscribe and hit the like button so that I'll be motivated to make more free content for you like this, and I hope to see you again.